right.
Anthony, introduce yourself and tell why we're here.
All right, I'm Anthony Perry, the Interim Historic Sites Administrator at the Idaho State Historical Society. We are at the Old Pen in 2 House, or the North Wing, 1911 cell house. And here with Jay Christensen, who's going to help us access the East Wing, which, since I have been here for almost 10 years, we have not been able to access. So luckily, Jay has done a lot of work on different locks here at the site. In the past, he helped with 5-house locks up in Death Row and maximum security. And so today we've got Jay coming out to scale some of the tiers and go down and actually grind away a little bit so that we can rekey this East Wing cell of this tier. So thank you, Jay.
Okay, starting up. I gotta drop my tools through this tier and climb down from tier 3.
And do you want your camera?
Well, I got what I'm probably going to have to do, oh, nope, that'll work. Suppose I could have brought a better extension cord than I did, but this one should get the job done. Okay, that should be enough. Okay, that's where I need to get to, and that's how I'm doing it. It'd probably be easier to go from this side. I've got a lot of electrical wire down there.
Oh yeah. All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Whew.
Hey.
So Anthony, I'm, oh, that's a nice breeze. So you think I'm probably the first one in here in how many years?
As long as I've been here. 10 years.
Okay, so this one is like what we saw upstairs,
Okay.
where it's got that tier over there must have been the first one built, because this has got 1, 2, 3. I can't tell if there's one there. This one's got 6 rivets holding it in, and so that's what I'm going to be grinding out.
All right.
Okay, so what we've done is I climbed down on the inside from tier 3. That's the only tier we were able to access. And then I started grinding the rivets out, and there were 6 rivets. I was able to grind the rivets out and get the back plate off the back. The lock was also put in with rivets. I started grinding on those, but I actually attempted to drill those out as well. And that was not cooperating as well. However, the lock is mounted on the plate that the rivets go all the way through. And Anthony and I were able to at least get all the rivets out enough to where we can move the lock out of the way far enough. And this is the first time this door has been open in, the best of our knowledge, over a decade. It could go back as far as the 70s. We're not sure yet, but next thing to do is to take that lock out. You have one of those. So these are the rivets that they were put together with. And what we're going to do with these rivets is I'm going to actually have them extended. We're going to weld some metal onto the end and grind them down. And when we reassemble this, when we put it back together, finalize putting it back together, we're going to put it back together with the original hardware that it was built with in what,
1911.
1911. It was put together by some blacksmith, and it's going to be put back together by an old retired prison guard. Are you guys on a tour?
Yeah, friends of Charlie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So can we? Is that all right? I don't want to get in your way.
You'll be one of the first ones to come in here in many, many years.
That's interesting. Yeah. I want to know what's in the first 8 pounds right there.
Jay, this is amazing. Already.
What'd you find? Anything? Any treasures?
I mean, just these shadow boards for equipment. And there's a case.
Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. So a couple of these cells were used for tools, probably after they closed the prison down. Hey. Anthony, look at this.
Oh my gosh, is this for a horse? Like a...
I'm thinking it's for something different.
punishment.
It's too big for a horse. I mean, it's too small for a horse. A horse would break that.
Okay.
That's scary.
That is scary.
He asked me if that was for a horse, and I said, I think
That's
it's too
too
small
small.
for a horse.
Ooh. Is that for your hands? That's for stringing some
I
shit
think
out.
so. I think that's for four pointing.
Where's this at? Was this in here?
It was laying right there.
How did I not see that?
I
when
was
we
going to
walked
say the
in?
same thing.
Good God.
I think somebody got a whipping with that.
No, I think somebody was four pointed.
What's that?
It's when you're tied from all four corners and can't move.
Yeah. And then
And
are they, like,
and then
abused
and
in
then
any
they
way,
would
or
they
just-
would they would put restraints on your arms.
Yeah.
And on
They
your
would put
legs?
leg restraints on you, and then they'd raise this up.
And then did you get a whipping, or you just had
Would
to
you
be?
say that again, Jay? What did you find?
I'm guessing, just from the size of this and what I see here, that this was used for four pointing. And what I mean by four pointing is that all four limbs are restrained. And I can only deduce that this was for raising the arms up after the restraining. And I just don't, from the size of it, I don't see it being used for any kind of livestock. But I can see, chunk of hickory like this being used for restraining a non-compliant inmate. Really a very, very, even in the systems today with what they call soft restraints, four pointing an offender is considered cruel and unusual. Very, very few departments still practice that manner.
Do you know where they would still use?
More mental health areas is where they would do that. I have to admit, it's been part of my career. I've done four pointing on many occasions when I was younger. It was ordered by my supervisors, but it's not a practice that's very well looked upon anymore. They have the chair restraint, and if you saw Silence of the Lambs, they actually have it restrained in a chair. And but when you do something like that, there's a problem that's called positional asphyxia, and somebody could actually pass away from positional asphyxia. A lot of documented cases by that. So there's a lot of policies around going in, loosening the restraints, allowing them to breathe, going back and tying them up. It's almost and it's like every 15 minutes, so it's almost a complete waste of time to even do that. It's much better to find other ways to deal with the problems.